Good morning, everybody, and this is your DAX setups for today. So I've just left those two levels in from yesterday that we were watching, and they still are the levels to watch. Nothing really changes on the 8 hour. We do have the oscillators crossed over and pointing up, but for me, this could be a double bottom with a pin bar, inside bar, and now engulfing bar forming. Could very well be a double bottom. It could be a flag forming. It could also be a flat top triangle forming, so we'll look at that on the lower time frames. There you see a double bottom fairly clearly. Nothing really to write home about there. Look at the oscillators pointing up. Only concern is that they've separated, and then obviously we're below all the moving averages, so you know the bears are obviously looking for opportunities here to move to the downside. Reality though at the moment is we do have a higher low. And if I drop down to the hour, you'll start seeing all the confusion. So there you see a flat top triangle. You see a cup and double handle type setup. Nevertheless, the level from yesterday is still the same one we need to watch, which is 17,543. And then if you do that, you have a megaphone formation, which is also sort of a flag formation. So textbook scenario would be you'd expect a break to the downside, but very low probability, not a very high probability. So anyway, let's just delete that. Focus on what we have here. Oscillators on the hour, no real, how do I put it? There's no real indication of what direction we're going at the moment. Oscillators all over the place. This morning they're pointing straight up, and that's just because the Japanese market is sort of recovering. We are just above the moving averages here, not above the 150 EMA, so I don't, not really going to read much into this at the moment. We have broken the downward trend line, and you can argue we've come back to test it yesterday as well. So my opportunities really stay the same as yesterday. I need to see a break and retest of the 7,540, 7,550 area. I need to see price move above it, come back and test it, and that would get us looking to the upside. So this is a little bit more structured than the S&P. We stay below the 150 EMA, and we've now broken above it in after hours trading. So I would be watching the DAX very closely. It's a little bit of a better setup than what we see on the S&P 500 at the moment. If you look here on the 15 minutes, it's level at 17,424, and you can see how I've drawn it in. Look at all the support there. Look at the resistance. I don't think there's much to the left. Again, resistance. Count that as resistance. Question is, are we going to come back and find support here? Look where what lines up here as a 150 EMA as well. And remember, one of the confirmations we always look for is a break and retest of the 150 EMA moving averages. So at the moment we've got a break, we haven't got a retest. So that would be a second opportunity for me. And a third opportunity would be on this trend line. But any break, I'm going to move this bottom level up now. Any break below I'm being a little bit aggressive here. Let's rather be conservative. So a break below 17,226. A break and retest of that would get us moving back to the downside. Okay, so for me at the moment, this is still a wait and see. We want to either see a break and retest of 17,543. So break above the highs of yesterday, come back, test it, hold it during the morning session preferably, and start going. That would be an opportunity to be long, and your stop is just below that structure. The second opportunity would be here at a retest of the 150 EMA. That's at 17,424. There's a lot of structure at this level as well. Those are the two to the upside. I'm not so sure I want to be chasing shorts. Not at the moment. And the daily is interesting, which would almost indicate more downside if you just take out the after hours trade here, which is a green bar. But I do suspect that something is going to happen. So politicians are going to step in shortly to start doing something. And that's what you're seeing here. Anyway, that's kind of my view. And if you look at this daily pin bar, this level at 17,424, it has some fairly strong significance. So just pay attention to those two levels. I think that's the first opportunity. The daily oscillators haven't turned yet, so there's still some time. And if you do get in on this one at the right time, I'm pretty sure you're going to make a killing, to be honest. So anyway, that's kind of my view at the moment. A little bit of a wait and see. We do see a triangle. We do see some bearish setup. Sorry, some bullish setups here. So just wait for them to play out and wait for the retest and confirmation before jumping in. Hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.